They told you the market is rational. They told you to buy low and sell high. They told you money follows logic. But they lied. Because the real game, the one behind the charts, the graphs, the talking heads, isn't about money at all. It's about control. Control of information, control of fear, control of you. On Wall Street, they call it the invisible hand. But what if that hand doesn't belong to the market? What if it belongs to a few men who know something you don't? The truth is, there's a hidden formula that shapes every boom and every crash. It's not printed in textbooks. It's not taught in MBA programs, and you won't find it in a CNBC headline. Because it's not about numbers, it's about psychology. Ray Dalio once said, "The economy is like a machine." He's right, but most people forget one thing. Machines are programmed, and the ones who write the code decide who wins and who loses. Every algorithm, every trading bot, every model on Wall Street was designed by someone with one goal: to predict your behavior before you even act. Think about it. Every time you panic sell, every time you chase a rally, every time you check your portfolio at 2 a.m., they already knew you would. They engineered that reaction. Because fear and greed are the most predictable parts of the human brain, and if you can predict emotion, you can manipulate markets. Different years, same pattern. They call it a crash, but for them, it's a harvest. They let you believe it was chaos, when in reality, it was precision, a reset, a redistribution of wealth from the impatient to the prepared. Warren Buffett calls it being greedy when others are fearful, but he never told you why fear exists in the first place. Because fear isn't natural on Wall Street, it's manufactured. They create the storm, then sell you the umbrella. They crash the market, then buy your panic at a discount. This is the hidden formula. Control the narrative, trigger emotion, move capital. That's it. It's not a secret trading strategy. It's a psychological one. Wall Street doesn't trade stocks. It trades belief. And as long as you believe in the illusion of control, you'll always play their game. Now, let's pull back the curtain. Who are they? They are not villains hiding in shadows. They're fund managers, central bankers, policymakers, people who understand one timeless truth. Money is just a mirror. It reflects human nature. And if you understand human nature, you don't need to predict the market. You become it. Charlie Munger once said, "The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting." Patience, discipline, detachment. These are not investment principles, they're psychological weapons. Wall Street runs on dopamine, but the great investors, they run on silence. They don't chase trends, they create them. They don't react to fear, they study it. They don't predict the future, they wait for others to misread the present. So what is the real secret of the elite? They understand that markets are mirrors of mass emotion, and emotions are easier to move than money. You can't make 1 million people buy a stock, but you can make them want to. All it takes is a headline, a tweet, a rumor. A single drop of fear can move trillions of dollars. And those who understand this formula don't fight the storm, they ride it. The average investor sees a chart. The master sees a crowd. The average investor looks for patterns. The master looks for behavior. Because charts don't move markets, People do. That's why the greatest investors are also philosophers. They study human nature more than finance. They know that in every panic, in every bubble, in every crash, the constant variable isn't the market, it's the mind. And that's the paradox of Wall Street. The more you understand yourself, the less control they have over you. Every time you resist the urge to panic, you break the formula. Every time you hold instead of chase, you reverse the flow. They profit when you react. You win when you pause. Imagine the market as a giant chessboard. Most players move out of impulse. The few, the true masters, move out of patience. That's the difference between a trader and an architect. A trader survives a day. An architect builds an empire. Here's the truth they never told you. You don't need insider access. You don't need perfect timing. You don't even need luck. You need awareness, because awareness is the formula. Once you see the game, you can never unsee it. Once you stop reacting, you start creating. The next time they say the market crashed, ask yourself, for whom? When they say investors are scared, ask, which ones? Because behind every panic, there's profit. Behind every correction, there's control. Wall Street was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to make you believe. Believe that they need you. Believe that they know better. Believe that without them, you can't win. But belief is the oldest form of currency. And the moment you stop spending it, their empire collapses. The hidden formula of Wall Street isn't in their systems, their data, or their power. It's in your mind. Control it, and you'll see what they don't want you to see. That freedom was never about money. It was about understanding the illusion that creates it. The greatest investment you can make is not in markets, but in mastering yourself.